Hi everyone, it's Nancy. I'm back with a few more pages for our Book of Lost Souls. So we're actually going to work on these two pages here. And if we can do another, we will. But let's get started. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm excited to show you this. So this paper is the back of our Haunted Mansion. And I don't know, it kind of looks like wallpaper. This could have been a wallpaper in the mansion, okay? So because of that, what's on a wall in a haunted mansion are some eerie photos or photos of people that you probably don't want to meet down the hall, okay? So let me show you what I have. I'm going to use some black string. It's like a twine, black twine. I already have, and I have to put them on tape so I don't lose them because then I'll go crazy looking for them. These are oh my gosh, the things you put in and then you spread the back. I can't think of what they're called. But anyway, I cut the backs off. So I just wanted the heads. So I have them on tape so I don't lose them. So I'm sticking it right there. I have a couple die cut bats that I cut out. And then I have some, now these frames I just had, I don't know where I got this die cut for a frame, but you know, you can find frames. A lot of people have digital frames. You might have a dimensional frame, you know, so look for any type of frame. So I cut these two out here and already inked the edges, and I have backings for them. And then I thought we're going to hang these photos. Now look at this couple here. I'm going to put it down. Do you see them? Okay, they look like, I don't know, they're not nice people to me. They look like, I didn't want to say Bonnie and Clyde, but yeah, they kind of look like don't mess with them. And I thought they'd be perfect for the frames. Now the pictures weren't long enough, so I just I tore some coffee dyed paper and rubbed it with the vintage photo to ink them up and kind of mix so they're going to fit in here. And I already cut these out and inked around. So we're going to put this not so nice lady in this frame here. So I'm going to do this. This is going to be an interactive page. You'll see what I mean. And so I'm going to just put some glue here all around. So you might even have some cool images of people, but I'm trying to use up as much of this Tim Holtz ephemera that I bought because I'm not going to hoard it. I want to use it, and I'm having fun doing it. And so let me get this frame on here as best I can and push that down, let her dry. See, and you don't even notice that paper, it just blends in with the frame. So I like that. And let me get that straight. Okay, looks good. Yeah, okay. And then we're going to do the same with this guy here. Yeah, I don't know where he gets these images from, but you know, well, of course they didn't smile back in these days for pictures either. I wonder why, you know. I mean, were they never happy people? I mean, obviously their lives were hard, but they didn't know any better. I mean, that was their lives, right? But anyway, let's not get deep into that subject, right? Okay, so let's see how that goes. Oh, I might have put the glue a little too high. You just get some of that off of there. Okay. There we go. It's perfect. So we'll glue him in there. Okay. And then this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn them over. Let me make sure this guy's in here just right. Okay. Okay, so the back is kind of, you know, not nice to look at. So we're going to fix that. I'm just cut out some black cardstock here that's going to go on the back of these, but I want to be able to hang them, okay? So that's where this cord's going to come in. And so I want to put it behind here. Let me move her over here. I'm going to turn him over. I'm going to just put some glue here on the back about where I want the strings. Well, let's put one on. And then when I put the black cardstock, it's going to hold it. So let me do that. I probably don't need all this, but I just cut a couple pieces here. So let me cut some of this off. Well, it's fall is officially here, at least here in Illinois. Yeah, it's a little chill in the air for sure, and I'm okay with that. I love hugging my mugs of hot tea or drinking my hot tea or apple cider. We did go apple picking with the family this past Sunday, so I treated myself to a gallon of apple cider. I didn't get donuts this time. I said, well, one or the other, so I did get the apple cider, and it's just so good, just so good. So this is going to get glued in here, in between here. So I'm just going to put glue all over the back, and then the string will be caught in there. Let me fix that. And that's going to be our hanger. Let me get some more glue here. Okay. So I think that's going to work like that. And then I'm going to take this black piece and I'm going to put it right over there. Make sure my hands are clean. Okay, and just get that on there. So it gives it a nice clean back on there. Okay. Okay. All right, let that dry, and we're going to do the same for this lady here. Make sure I put it oh yeah, I did. Okay, let's get the strings on for her. And then we'll get the back on, and we'll show you what we're going to do. Oops. You know, when you get glue on your hands, it's just everywhere, right? It's how it is. So let me just carefully put this on if I can, and if it stays there. All right. And then we'll get some glue all around. Put some glue over here. And that will stay in there once it dries. It's not going to come out. Okay. And then here's my backing for this one here. I'm going to hold that down. Make sure they're all stuck on. So we're going to hang these on the wall. To me, this looks like the wallpaper. So we're going to hang them on the wall, okay? That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use these as the tacks. Now, I'm not going to be able to, these are going to have to dry, but I'm going to show you, if I can't show you in this video, I'm going to show you in the next video. My idea is they're going to hang, but I'm not gluing them down, okay? They're going to hang, and when you lift the book, and I'll show you probably in the next video because it'll be dry, we're going to just glue the nail heads down, and they're going to hang on the nail heads, and they're going to be moving around. So when you pick the book up, these things are going to go flying around, and I'm going to accent the frames with a bat. So now what I'm going to do is kind of place them where I want them. I'm going to put some glue at the top here to hold it and hang. I'm going to stick that nail head right there. I'm going to try not to move this because that's going to have to stay there and dry. So I'm putting glue there, a good amount, a big dot of glue, because we can, and I'm going to try to use my pickup tool because I will probably drop these. So I'm going to, this has a little sticky putty on the end, and then I'm going to just stick it on there. And it's going to have to dry for a little while. See, it came up on my hand. Hold on. Got to do a little surgery here with the other end here. Because your hands are sticky, right? From the glue that we're touching. All right, so that's going to sit there. And then I'm going to pick up this one. Okay, and we're going to stick this one here. Okay, so that's going to have to just, oh, see, it stuck to my hand again. Comedy of errors here. Okay, there we go. So that's got to stay and dry, okay? So we'll see. Maybe it'll dry by the time we're done with our other page. So then my idea was I have to have bats. I have to have bats on here, on the frames. There's bats too flying around, ghosts too, but oh, I could put a ghost in here too, couldn't I? But I'm going to have these bats flying. So I'm just going to put some glue on the body part here. And I'm going to have this guy flying off his frame like that. Right? And then this smaller bat, I'm going to have flying off her frame. Or just kind of hanging out on the frame is what I should say, on the wall. So that was my idea here. And you'll see when, I don't want to move them around yet. We're going to just let that set there. We're going to try to be good and not touch it. Okay, and we're going to move on to the next page over here. And, all right. So this is my haunted wall in the Haunted Mansion. Okay, not going to touch it. I'll show you after. So on this, okay, you know I'm into the bat thing now in this book. So I don't even know where this idea came from, but we're going to make the baddie school teacher and her students. Okay, so let me get out all my, I have a little paper here that I just keep it in so I don't lose all the pieces here. So let me show you everything we have here. Okay, we have school teacher. Now, all I did here, I wanted her to hold a ruler. So I just took a piece of the part of the manila folder that I copy dyed. I took my little knife and I made a slit on each side of her hand and I fed it through. Can you see that? I fed it through and then I glued it to her. So it looks like she's holding a ruler for a teacher, right? And then also in the ephemeras, they have these book covers. And I glued a bat on the book with a dimensional so it's sticking up. And I took coffee dyed paper and cut them to the size of the inside of the book. And all I did was run it through my sewing machine. Now, if you don't have it, you can just stitch it by hand. And if you can't stitch by hand, just glue the pages in one at a time. Just put one down, glue it in the middle, put another one down, glue it. For this little book, it's fine. You can actually write on here if you want. I loved making this little book. And then, of course, I had a bat on it because this is the baddie school teacher teaching the little kid that turn into bats how to fly. Okay, so bear with me here. So we have the baddie school teacher holding her ruler. I don't know what she's going to do with that ruler, but she's holding it. I have this piece of, it looks like a small piece of a dictionary page that I just took off, I don't know if I got off Graphics Fairy or just on Pinterest, or, oh, I know, I'll link it below. It was that, it was the website, I believe. What did I tell you in the beginning? I know, I'll link it below. It was somebody's black spot that I listed, and I'll list it all again below. So I got that off there and inked it. I have these bat wings are from the ephemera. That's going on the teacher. I have a bunch of my die cut bats here, and these are going to be the bat wings for the boys. And these are the boys here that I picked. And we have our book, and then I have this little card from the ephemera call, and that says curious. So these boys are curious about what the teacher is teaching them, how to fly and turn into bats, right? Okay, are you with me on this? So let me ink this little card up here. I already did that paper. I inked around, I crumpled it up, and then inked over it, so it gives it more of an aged look. Okay, all right, so first thing we're going to do, this is our background here. So I'm going to glue this down about here. So I'm going to use my big glue bottle here, so it'll go a little faster. So hope everyone's doing all right. Hope you're having a good day and finding some time to play with your papers. I'm going to put that right about there. Just giving those a press, making sure they're sticking down there. Okay, so this is easy enough right there. Okay. Then I'm going to put the wings on the teacher here. Something like that. So I'm just going to put some glue on her. Get these wings on. Like that. Oh, did I ink her? I don't think I did. Just give her a little bit of an ink. Not that she needs it, but I'll do it since the glue didn't dry yet. I thought I did, but I love the ruler in her hand. I had to put that in her hand. She looked like she would be holding a ruler. Okay, let's get her wings back on. Right about there. Yeah, she's got major wings because she's the teacher, right? Put them down a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, so she's like pointing up, so like she's showing the boys something. So I'm going to put her right about there. Okay, so I'm going to glue her on right away. Let me cap this glue up. Since I'm working with little glue bottle and a big glue bottle, we'll get this on. And like I said, I found that don't put the glue too close to the edges and don't put a lot of glue, because this being a slick backing, excuse me, you know, then you don't want the glue to ooze out. And you'll learn that once you've worked with a few of these slippery pieces here. Okay, so I'm going to put her like right about here. Hold her down for a second. Checking on these, making sure they're glued. I'm sure by the time we're done with this page, I can show you what it does, which I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. All right, so I'm probably going to put this here. Maybe I'm going to ink that a little bit with some black, because to me it kind of blends with the background. So let me get some black on there. Oh yeah, that'll make it stand out better. I think I won't glue that yet. Let's see how that works. And then, so now we've got the kids. So we're gonna put, I think I'm gonna put, let's see, we're probably gonna do him. Let me ink and see about the placement of these guys here. So these are the students, and these guys look a little scared to be in classes. Look at their faces. Can you see them? They're brothers, but they look like they're a little bit scared to be in this class. Okay, because the teacher, oh, let me get that little piece out there. That teacher does look a little stern teaching. Look at her face. Yeah, she means business for sure. So it's just amazing, these expressions on these people. Okay, so we've got them, and then we've got the older boy. And don't you worry, with his hand holding up, you'll see exactly what's going to go on there. And this is an interactive element page 2. Okay, I think we're good with the inking. Okay, so these guys need wings. So I'm going to put them like this, I think. These guys are here. So they need some wings. Okay, so let me look at the bats here. I cut different sizes here. So I'm going to see what wings work on these guys. Maybe these will go here. And see, just by gluing the bat behind them, it'll look like they have wings. So think about doing that. You know, if you have all different size bats, they can go on the backs of people to look like bat wings. So I'm going to put him, let's see, I'm going to glue these kind of this way, like that. Okay, and then his brother, I'm going to have to get some smaller one. So let's get a smaller, maybe this one. Let's try these here. He's littler, so he can have little wings. Okay, I like those. Okay. So let's put his wings on. He's got little wings. Oh, they're so cute. He's just a little guy. All right. So we're gonna put them down here, and I think I'm gonna use my ink again to kind of darken the floor here, because I think it just adds some dimension that they're standing here in the shadows like that. Another easy tip, right, to make it look more dimensional. So if these guys are going to be here, and they look pretty scared, this guy, I don't know, he's not worried. I don't think he's worried about anything. I'm thinking he needs maybe a little bit bigger wings on him because he's got more room. Oh yeah, we'll glue those on him. So let's see how we're going to place these on him. I don't want him to get stuck in the seam, in here. We got to make sure the wings don't get stuck there. So he can stand by himself there, and that looks good. Okay. All right. So, and I don't think these boys want to stand too close to the teacher, so I'm going to glue this guy down first. I know it looks like he's supposed to lean on something, but it doesn't bother me. I don't think so. I think he's fine. So let's just get some glue on him. I'm having such a ball making these pages and coming up with these ideas here. I'm just really, I hope you're having fun with it too. All right, so I want to make sure his wing doesn't get stuck in the seam of the book. You know what I mean. So let's stick him down here. Okay. Hold that down for a second. Okay. And then these guys here, I'll put them right about there. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's get, oops, I almost dropped them. Let's get these guys on. And I'm going to put them right about here. Yeah, right there. And let me get my tissue and hold them down so I don't get any glue on them. Okay, now we have this guy, right? And looks like he's holding something. Well, the teacher is trying to teach these little ones to fly and turn into bats and fly. This older student, obviously he's older, looks taller. He's more experienced, so he's gonna have bigger bat wings on him. Okay, now stay with me on the story here. So I'm gonna give him some bigger bat wings here, like that. And I like that they're wonky like that too. Okay, he's going to be up in the air flying overhead, okay? So we're going to glue him down, but I'm not gluing this arm down, okay? I'm not going to glue the arm. So I'm going to put my hand over this arm here so I know not to put glue there. And I'm going to put glue everywhere else. Okay, not on the arm, but everywhere else. Sorry if I'm off frame, but I have my little space here to work in, so sometimes I just kind of, stay tight in here. Okay, so I've got his arm. So I want him to be flying overhead. And the teacher is saying, look at him. This is how you do it. Okay, now I didn't glue his arm, remember? Okay, let me get him down there. Let him dry for a second. We have some extra bats here. We don't need them for now. But I'm sure you'll see them in the journal coming up. Let's make sure all this is down. So he's flying over them. She's showing, see, this is what you do. Let's get this glued on. Curious, right? The kids are curious. How do we do that? How do we turn into bats and fly? Well, this is why you're in this class, to learn how, right? All right, so I'm going to put this like that. So the book that I made, this little interactive book here, okay, the whole reason I didn't glue his arm down is because what you're going to do is you're going to slide this on his arm, and it's going to hold the book. What do you think? So it'll stay there. He's glued down, the arm is tight, and you have enough, you have about, let's see, what do I have in here? I have 1, 2, 3, I think I have 4 or 5 pages in here. And I just sewed it, and then I clamped it overnight so it would be flat, but it still kind of opens up. So all you're going to do is take it and slide it right on his arm, right over his arm, and then he's going to hold that book. And then you could take it off, and it's not going to fall off. You're going to take it off, and you can write in there. So that's the bat teacher, the teacher that teaches the boys how to turn into a bat and fly. Okay, now I love this. Let's get back to them. I think this is dry now. And so my interactive element is the little book here, which I love. The interaction here, I'm going to try to hold it up and show you, is when you, let's see if I can do this. When you have the book in your hand, you can just make the pictures move around on the wall. See, they can move around. They're hanging and they just move around on the wall. And I think it's kind of spooky that they'll move around like that. I was going to do something to their faces, but you know what? They look scary enough to me. But I mean, if you have some other photos, you can white the eyes out and make them look ghostly. You can do that with these, but they scare me already, these people. Like, I keep looking at her and I keep thinking Lizzie Borden. And this guy, I don't even want to go there. So that's my interaction here, is that these frames will move on the wall when you walk by. And then my interaction here is this book that you can take off, write some things in there, and put it back, and he will hold it for you while he's flying in the air. Okay, he's going to hold the manual on how to turn into a bat and fly. Let's see. I don't know how long I've been on, but we did these 2 pages, so I don't know if we have time to do another one. If you want, we can do one more. I have an idea for the last page here, this purple one here. Let me make sure everything is in. Yep, everything is secure. Okay. This last page here, I had an idea of doing, you know, the weddings, you know, marriages. Sometimes marriages were arranged between, you know, the woman didn't want to have to marry the guy that she was put with, but you really don't have a choice. So I thought we could work on this one. And so let me show you my idea for this page here. And this one won't really have interaction on it, but I think it'll still be a cool page, okay? So this copy of this marriage certificate was from the website, I believe I showed you, or on Pinterest. I'll have to check that out again. So that's all this is a vintage marriage certificate. Doesn't have any names on it or anything, which it doesn't matter to me. So I'm going to ink this up, and then I'm going to crumple it up a little and make it look old. And this came to me when I'm just doing this. That's all. Real easy. Giving it some creases and wrinkles like that. Then I kind of spread it out, and I just go lightly over it with my dauber here, and then there we go. We're old now. That's old. Okay, so I am going to glue this. Oh, I didn't show you my gosh, I gotta show you my supplies for this page. Hold on, let me just get this down here. See, now the book is starting to get thicker, so you'll see it's going to get nice and chunky. So I have this copy of this vintage marriage certificate. I have some black lace. Okay, I have these black roses in 2 sizes from the ephemera, Tim Holtz ephemera. I have a bat. And then I have the couples, okay? I have this couple here. Yeah, they don't look too happy, either one of them. And then I have this bride by herself and this gentleman here. And yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna, they're gonna be they're gonna be married, these 2 here, because I didn't have another different married couple, but he's gonna just be standing there putting his hand on hers, okay? So here we go. Let's, did I ink these? No, I don't think I did. No. So let me give him a quick inking. And I thought, oh, remember when you would hear about people, and some cultures do too, and I get that if that's your culture, if that's how it is, but I'm thinking of these people back in the day when, maybe this was a prominent man. Obviously, he looks prominent, and or has the look. Don't know what he really does, right? And her parents said, "Oh, you've got to marry someone with money. Then you'll be someone in the town. You'll." So that's what I'm thinking there. And then I'm looking at this poor couple here, and they both look lost. They really do. Like, why are our parents making us do this, right? Oh my gosh. You look at these paper dolls, you could just come up with a whole bunch of stories, couldn't you? Okay, so enough of that. So first I'm going to glue this down first. So I'm going to get my big glue out and get this down. And I figured this was great for this page because it is one of the biggest pages. And so I could spread out. I could do something big on here. So I thought, oh, this is perfect with all these people on there. It's a simple page, but I like the story I made up with it. So I entertain myself, I guess. All right, let me turn it over. So I'm just going to kind of put it here on an angle, I think, like that. And that works out just fine. That looks perfect, not overhanging. Okay, and then these roses here, the smaller one, I wanted to put here. So I'm gonna glue that on. Let me just hit this with my black. I don't like to see any of the white sides showing if I can help it. And then I might as well do this big one too while I have it here. While I have it out. I'm just having a ball making these pages in this book. There's so much to look at. The book's not huge. I mean, we have, I think, what did we end up with? 7 or 8 pages. So I think there's 7 times 4 7 times 4, that's 28 pages. I mean, that's a pretty good size, and it's starting to get chunky. So there's going to be a lot to look at and a lot to touch and move around, and that's what I think makes this book so much fun. It's just not something where you turn the page and look at every page. There's actually things you can touch, remove, twist, turn, shake, whatever. So the only thing it needs, which I wish I could do, is wouldn't it be fun if it had hold on, I'm gluing. I can't talk and glue. Wouldn't it be fun to have one of, like when you buy the cards at the store, and when you open them up, they have the music coming out or talking. I need to get one of those buttons that has haunted music on it. So when you start opening the book, it plays haunted music. Wouldn't that be so cool? Okay, so anyway, I need a bat on the marriage certificate. So I'm gluing the bat on. Yeah, I have to. And I'm just gluing his body on right about here, because these marriages are not happy marriages. I like that. All right, so let's get this couple here and get these couples on the pages. So my idea is to kind of put this couple higher. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to put this piece of lace across here. And then I'm going to take this bigger rose and I want to glue that there. That's my idea there. So let's get them glued on. Let me close this glue up here for now. Okay. probably add spooky music to the final flip through, unless I can figure out how to have some softly playing in the background. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm still working on that. All right, so I'm going to put them about here. Right about there, I think, is good. Hold them down for a second. And then I'm going to glue them down. So let's see, I'm going to put her kind of lower, and then he's got to match up to have his hand on her hand there. So I'm going to glue him to her in the hand here. Let's see, how's that going to work? And I better put some on his arm, probably better this way, just to connect them exactly where I want it. So his hand is going to go on her hand because she's sitting. Okay, hold on. Get my glue off my hand so I don't get glue on anything. Let them stay together there for a second. And then I'm going to lift them up. I got a little extra glue there. Let me wipe that off. Okay, so his hand's on her hand. Got it. Let's let that set up for a second. And okay, he's still drying. Let me dry. I just don't want to move him. I've got him just where I need him, so let's just try to get some glue on here. All right. I guess I could put a little glue under his leg there. Okay. All right. Now let's see if we can carefully place them on the page. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to put them a little lower here, like right about there. That looks good. She's not happy. She's not happy. He's probably happy, but she's not happy. Okay, now I'm going to put this glue, I'm going to just put a little glue down there to hold that lace on there, because the rose, once I get the rose glued on there, it's gonna have it on there just fine. Oh, let's see, maybe I'll do it this way. No, I like it this way, because then this pretty piece will be showing here. And then I'm going to glue the rose on right there. Okay, let's get the rose on right about there. Hold that down for a second, but it will dry and it'll be fine. Okay, I'll clamp that down there, I think. I'll probably put a little more glue under there. Let's get some more glue under here. And I will give it a clamp when I'm done to hold it down more. So after I show you, I'll do that. Okay, so that's our definitely not marriages made in heaven on this page, right? So that's our kind of spooky wedding-ish type page. Marriages that were not happy, that probably did not end well, if you know what I mean. But I love it. I think it's very cool looking, dark, very goth looking, dark. And then we made our, let's see, there's our florist. And what else? Oh, here's our the Batty Teacher, the School of Flying, with our interactive book here. And then we have our wallpaper wall in the Haunted Mansion with the moving pictures. moving pictures. When you hold it up this way, it looks better, but I can't show you that, so I'm showing you this way. They will move interactive like that. So I hope you enjoyed those pages. I know I did. I had a blast making them. So I'll see you in the next one with more ideas, okay? So have a good day. I'll see you later. Bye.